If someone asked you what the most important thing in your life is, what would you say? Would it be something tangible such as a car, your Lego collection, or maybe a house you now own? Would you say something along the lines of a job, maybe a business you started, or philanthropy work you're super proud of? Maybe you'd say family, your significant other, or friends. Regardless of your answer, in an odd way, it's wrong. Time. Describing time can be a bit nuanced. You can define it and interpret time in many different aspects. Today, I want to talk about the time that you and I each have. The natural way of life. The absolute limit we each have on this planet. I say absolute limit, but each of our absolute time limits, we will never truly know. You and I could be here until a week from now, or 60 years from now. Things got a little dark real quick, but I'm trying to put it into perspective. Also, that's why we're playing Minecraft while having these discussions. I see Minecraft as a warm, cozy blanket for my mental. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that your time is incredibly valuable. In fact, I argue that time is the most important thing in your life. I'm going to go into why that is, but first, I want to go into a little story about myself and then rant about one of the biggest thieves of nearly everyone's time. It's easy to take time for granted. We all do it, especially when we are younger. I recall being in high school, often wanting to be older, looking forward to a day where I thought I'd have more freedoms and time in the world. Sometimes I look back at my high school years with a little bit of regret on how I used up my youth. But honestly, I will say I'm glad that I did have the fun experiences I had. There is one point in life I look back on to reflect that I severely wish I had spent my time better. March 2020. Very eventful month for myself. I had just reached the legal age of drinking, had a pretty devastating heartbreak. Lastly, as we all know, the world shut down. Fortunately, I had moved in with my best friend. As you can imagine, heartbreak, alcohol, and global isolation probably isn't a fantastic combination though. And no, I did not go off the deep end like I maybe just made it sound. But I did do a lot of drinking with my quarantine friend group. Almost daily because we had nothing else to do. I tried to get into a little bit of hobbies here and there, such as making music and doing outside activities at the time. But then there was TikTok. TikTok, that app is actually digital crack. When reflecting on quarantine, I definitely regret how I had a couple of months where I had absolutely nothing to do, nothing but time, but instead I wasted a majority of it drinking and scrolling through TikTok. Social media is specifically designed to steal your time algorithmically. It's made to keep you engaged as much as possible, and all of these social media platforms are literally competing for your time and data, but that will be for another video. I recommend checking your screen time spent on socials. In fact, for this video, I'm going to do a quick calculation for perspective. If you look up statistics for daily social media use in the United States, you'll get an average between 2 hours and 14 minutes and 2 hours and 27 minutes. That's for the whole US population. I'm going to be generous and calculate using the 2 hours and 14 minutes. In a year, you'll spend 134 minutes times 365 days. You'll get 48,000 910 minutes. Divide that by 60 minutes. Then you'll take the 815 hours you got, divide it by 24. It equals 33.94. Let's round up to 34. 34 days in a year, the average person spends on social media in the US. That is very concerning, especially when you consider that there is a solid amount of population who doesn't spend any time on social media, mainly the older generation. Then there's the younger generation, such as Gen Z, who is without a doubt spending more than twice that on social media. Think about it. An average of a whole month a year lost to scrolling through communities filled with bots, arguments, nothing burger content, and AI-generated crap. Think of all of the more interesting, fulfilling, and fun things you could be doing in life. Not to get all pessimistic, but how sad is it going to be when nearly an entire generation in the future are in their final days and they look back at all of the things they had wished they did and realize how much of their time was stolen by social media? I personally deleted social media and now spend more time with family, going outside, and picked up YouTube as a hobby. I'm not even telling you to delete social media completely, even though I definitely recommend it. Social media isn't inherently bad on the outside, I guess. If you limit yourself to like 5 to 10 minutes a day on social media, you'll get what you need from it, like checking in on family, friends, and local events. Socials have evolved into human time theft. I could talk all day about social media, but that's just a piece of the puzzle in today's video, so I digress. You'll be hearing more about social media in the future from me without a doubt, because its evils go way deeper than you can probably imagine. Point is, be mindful of your social media use. Social media in moderation. Value your time. So, why is time so important? Because of time, you could discover a new passion, a new purpose, fulfillment, and personal growth in life. Passion for nearly anything you can imagine. You could turn a hobby into a living, making money without working your life away at some job that you don't necessarily care about at a company that almost definitely does not care about you. Imagine you're someone who one day decides they want to start their dream hobby of finding old, cheap furniture and sprucing it up. You get practice doing it over and over again. All of these chairs, side tables, dressers, and you decide to start posting online showing off your progress. Next thing you know, you're so good at it, you have people hitting you up to redo their furniture. Then you start a business out of it. Time gave you passion, and eventually an unintentional career. Maybe your free moments in life will lead to the love of your life, or creating a legacy that extends beyond yourself and your life. We have a very limited and unknown amount of time right here on planet Earth. Why waste it? I am aware it's inevitable to feel like you're wasting precious minutes. Sometimes it is out of our control, such as working a job just to survive and get paid. That's why you cherish your moments away from work. Use your free time to achieve fulfillment. Don't make your job your whole life either. If you want to go do something fun with friends, take that day off. Chances are the company truly doesn't care about you, like I said. Now, I'm not saying to go quit your job and give up on a stable life, but just know it's okay to have a day or two for yourself. Enjoy every moment you can when you're not working, unless you're a part of the lucky few who have found a career of passion. Then keep on going. There's just so much I can use to display the importance of every second, minute, and days you are given. I've been thinking a lot about time this past year. I just wanted to share my not so concise thoughts to those out there who, in the world, might find inspiration from this. We all take time for granted. It's impossible not to when you're young, especially. Life's also rough and easy to just get caught up in. Don't forget to take a step back and realize the importance of time. Value it. Before I end this video, I want to start doing a comment of the week type of thing. And that goes to this guy, because he was the only comment last week. Regardless, though, definitely one of my favorite comments I've gotten so far. I appreciate hearing what you all have to say, so always feel free to comment below, start a discussion, just let me know what's on your mind. Maybe it will give me inspiration for something to talk about on my next video. If you made it this far, I hope you hit that subscribe button. I've got something wild I'm working on involving exposing some scary real-world shit. It's something I feel more people need to know about or be aware about. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, thanks again for stopping by. See ya.